Hi, what's up, everybody? What's up? You are watching On the Town. Thank you for coming back again this week. I appreciate you so much. Um, I'm trying to see who's out here. I hope everybody's having a good week. Dang, today's Thursday. It's almost over, isn't it? Hey, I can't believe how quick the time is going. Is it me or like is time just like rolling into one big thing? But thank you guys for coming back. I appreciate you. So, lots of stuff going on. You know, today's Thursday. It is living room chat day. So that's just where we talk about everything going on. So here we go. First thing up, Cuomo. Hi, whoever's out there watching. Type something in chat so I can see if you're really there. Especially if you're on YouTube. I want to see if I can see you because right now I'm not seeing any. Oh, there you are. I see me. Okay, so it's working. That's good. But I can't type in the chat if you can for me, just so I can see if that works for me. If you can, I appreciate you so much. I can't see who you are yet until you type in. But thank you for watching and tuning in again. So as you know, I just said it's living room chat day, and we just talk about current things that are going on. And let's see what happens. First thing up, I said, is Cuomo. So he's in a hot seat. He's been allegedly, it's been said that they showed a clip of him at some event where one of the reporters, I believe, was eating a hot dog. And he said some what they construed as sexual harassment comments, I want to say. Now, I saw the clip. I don't know if y'all saw the clip. If you saw the clip, type, hey, T, there you are. Hey, there's my sister. There you are. Type in the chat if you saw the clip of Cuomo and the girl with the hot dog. Okay. Because just for me, like, fine, you can say whatever you want to say. But for me, I don't know. That was a situation that, I don't know. I just thought, I mean, while it could be construed as creepy, it's a hot dog. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just thought that, I don't know. I think it's convenient that they want to charge, say that he's doing sexual harassment just as everything's about to go down. He's about to run for office. I think, hi, T, could see. Yes. Yes. Hi, T. Hey, can you see? You can hear me, T? Good. I'm glad. So my sister's there. I know you're there. Good. I see you, T. I got you. Thank you. Yay. I just wanted to make sure my YouTube was working, guys. So that's why I did that. So thank you. Yeah. So Cuomo, if you happen to have seen the clip in the video of the reporter eating the hot dog, it was a big hot dog, by the way. It's like this big. Even I would have made a comment on that because I was like, girl, like, that's just too much. But that's just because it's just like, it's a huge hot dog. So it's not even like, even as a comedian, I would have said something. Even if I wasn't a comedian, I would have said something because it was a huge hot dog. But I mean, because of who he is, all of a sudden now, I guess it becomes sexual harassment. I don't know. I didn't feel like at any time she was in a threat or that it was something crazy, but don't let me tell it. I wasn't there, so I only got a clip. It could be something I'm missing. I don't know. But either way, I smell, I don't know why I smell 45 or somebody all over this, somebody setting this up. I don't particularly like Cuomo, like in person maybe, but on TV and some of the stuff, I'm not really the biggest fan. But I don't like when someone tries to throw some last minute spikes down when someone is running for office. And here's an interesting fact. So, oh, you did, T? Okay, so you saw it? Okay. So here's an interesting fact about that. You remember Ghislaine, right? That was Maxwell, the Epstein's girlfriend. Okay, you remember Epstein? He was on he has the island. Clinton and everybody was on the island. Pictures with him in a plane. Blah blah blah. Even Naomi Campbell and Chrissy Teigen and everybody was on. Everybody's been on that island. But she made claims recently, and see, this is where it's going to get good. Ghislaine might actually end up not walking, but getting a sweet deal. I personally don't think people like her ever go to jail. I think they pay their way out. And that's another story I got to keep for myself. But I think, I don't think Epstein's dead. That's just my opinion. But she said, and you can look it up, that she has pictures of even Clinton with a young girls or whatever. That's what she says, alleges. Now the problem with that is, then why do you release those? Because like, wouldn't that make you the pedophile too? Which she is, but allegedly. But she said the reason why she did not release the pictures was because she wanted Hillary to win election. That's when Hillary was going. So now I'm like, now this is really getting shadier by the moment. So you have pictures and you didn't release them, but now you want to tell us about them. Interesting. Even though I think she got caught because the records they seized or something like that. I'm not sure how that goes, but whatever. Point is, like, aren't we like mandated to report child abuse? And like, if you saw a picture of somebody with a 12-year-old, like, wouldn't you call like the police anonymously or something? I mean, I'm just saying that's what I would have done, but don't let me tell it. Anyway, the whole thing is just shady. Cuomo, I mean, you guys in your magnitude should know what it is, period. Like at this point, after the Cosby thing and all this other stuff that's going on, all guys that are in a certain bracket or in a certain level of position, at this point, you all know what time it is. So if you go out and you get caught in a sexual harassment suit or whatever it's called, you got nobody to blame but yourself, because like, there's vultures waiting for you. So I feel bad for the guy, because if it's not true, and if it is true, I don't know why these women waited till he decided that he's going to run for something that they popped out now. So that's just weird to me. But don't let me tell it. Not saying the victims can't come back later, because I've done that. So I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you're in office and you felt like your boss was, not schmuckaroozy, let's say, then I think you should have said something if you didn't feel like your life was in danger. I'm just saying, but that's just me. I don't know about that case. I think it's a little fishy. Sounds very shady to me. Next up. So let's see. Mitch O'Connell. Mitch. Mitch, I want to call you the B word. Match it with the B word. Match it with the B word. Yes, I want to, because he was saying that if Trump ran, that he would actually support him. What? Are you serious right now? I don't understand what happened at the Capitol. I mean, clearly it was a setup. I told people, I've been saying this for months since it happened, and nobody believes me, that I think the whole thing was staged and set up. And in the sense of the people who didn't know was the people who was really scared. That's who didn't know. So I could be wrong, but I just think that there's something really fishy. Like even the top security guys saying like, yeah, we didn't want to give clearance for the so-and-so to come in. And they're all like laser-tactical about it, like, it's no big deal. It's only the Capitol. I'm like, is this how you protect your presidents? That's what you do? Like something's wrong with this picture. And I smell scandal over this whole thing and cover up. And there's people still there. The guys got sick or something that were doing the cut that are that they had in the basement or whatever they had them in the garage or something. Some of the military guys had got sick or something. I'm like, that's intentional. Someone's planning. So whoever's behind all this should be ashamed of themselves, because not only do they siege the White House, the terrorists, because that's what they are, and no one's calling them that. And since our own government and our own legal officials won't call them that, well, who am I? But I call them terrorists. That's what I call them. And they're letting them get away with it, slide. I personally think there's something to that. There's a lot more people that knew about this besides Trump. And he's still pulling strings, by the way, still giving orders. As you'll see, so you guys remember Steve Jobs, right? Well, his widow, Steve Jobs, his founder of Apple, his widow, Lauren Powell Jobs, she's a philanthropist, billionaire, and she owns the majority of the stake in the Atlantic. So she's the 6th richest woman in the world. That's all she is. Okay. So what's happening here is, well, let me tell you this first. Her net worth is $33 billion, according to Bloomberg, and $20.2 billion, according to Forbes. So depending on who, whatever. So Trump thinks that she's wasting money that Steve Jobs left her after he died, owning the magazine that published a damaging. There was a magazine that reported that let's just say they're doing a story basically. So this is why Trump's mad. They're doing a story, and Trump was not happy. So he said, I guess to throw shade on her, that Steve Jobs would not be happy with his wife wasting his money that he left her on a failing radical left magazine that is run by a con man. Did he say con man? Did Trump really say the word con man? Goldberg, the guy who runs it, and spews fake news and hate. That's what he says. So he's telling his supporters to call, right, whatever, which is crazy. Like, who is this guy? Like, is he is that powerful that people are actually out here? QAnon, I know how y'all do. They out here writing letters, right? Really? But you won't write no letter for a black man shot in the back. Oh, nope. Oh, did I say that? I did not say that. No, I did not say that. But you'll write a letter for something that's crazy. And I cannot believe that Trump, of all people in the world, would say that somebody else is a con man. Did I hear that right? Did y'all hear that right? That he's calling somebody else a con man? Hello. Somebody who doesn't want to show their taxes, and then they take a long time with their taxes, then they probably doctored them, and now they're going to show them eventually. But who does that? If you have nothing to hide, you would have showed them. Like, I don't see what takes so long, but don't let me tell it. Anyway, he's mad because of that. But Trump, he keeps getting in a little bit of trouble. No matter what happens, he gets in trouble. He was mad at Goldberg before because he blew the whistle on Trump, saying, an anonymous source had reported, actually 4 anonymous sources said that Trump called Americans who died in battle losers and suckers. Okay, so the article had outlined Trump's remarks about the members, intelligence. And so he was pretty much, I think he's embarrassed, and he knows that, I probably shouldn't have said that, because now vets are looking at him like side eye, like, yo. But I mean, I guess they're not feeling that bad, because I saw some vets up on the stairs at the Capitol. So they don't feel that bad, I guess. Some of them do, some of them don't. God rest their little souls, whatever works, whatever makes the soul work. Anyway, did you guys know that the Philly Council is asking Biden to cancel student loan debt for the first 100 days? Yes, even the Proud Boys would be proud of that. Yes, that would be awesome if he can get rid of that student debt. Hello, I'd be a happy camper. I got 2 that went to school, and I went to school, so that would make me happy. And I think it would be a good start over for everybody, don't you think? Like, right? And I always tell people when they talk about hackers and stuff, I'm like, they're not that good. And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, they didn't do Sally Mae. I mean, like, really, they didn't. You can wipe that away, then you're good. I remember once I went to a school, I won't say where and I won't say when, but a long time ago. And there was a student mad at the way that they lured the students in to take out loans, and they kind of ripped us off, and really was horrible. So the student, unfortunately, did something. Put it this way: all of the files disappeared, all of them, every last one of them, and people were like, "Oh my God, the place was demolished. It was done." Let's just put it that way. And everyone was like, "Oh my God." I remember finding out, and I called the school, and I was like, I was calling to pay on my loans. And they were like, we don't have anybody's records. So maybe that's why they started putting stuff online, because that really, that killed it for everybody. I don't know why that kid didn't have to go to jail either. I'm not sure. It wasn't in New York. That's all I can tell you. But whatever it was, that was the only time I saw somebody actually targeting people that they were really pissed at, and not poor like me, poor innocent me or you. So anyway, so much for that. Let's hope that Biden gets that student loan. That would be awesome. Even if they can cancel half of it, I'd be happy, because it would make life so much easier. Because a lot of people are struggling, between the rent, the bills, staying alive, eating, and student loans. So when you got that on top of it, it's a whammy. And some people say, well, somebody shouldn't have a car. Yeah, and how they get to work? Right, exactly. They can't, especially if they live in a wooden suburban area. That's a wrap. So go figure. People do what they got to do. So on this day, let's see. Well, let me go with this first. Yeah. Let's go. On this day, let's see, because I on the tail end of Black History Month, even though I know it's a new month, but that's all right. On this day, I found that somebody who also was an orphan was the first African-American woman dentist. Okay. Her name was Ida Gray Nelson Rollins. Yeah, she was born in Clarksville, Tennessee, on March 4th, 1867, excuse me. She became an orphan when her mother, Jeannie Gray, died in her early teens. Roland's father, who's white, his name is not known. Hashtag slave master. He played no role in her childhood or education. So she was raised by an aunt. And yeah, she became one of the first. She was volunteering at a dentist office, which is what I think helped her right here. She was volunteering, dental office of Jonathan and William Taft. So she graduated from high school when she was 20 years old. Whoa. Wow. She had a part-time job in a dental office and was instrumental in their desire to become, she was very eager to become a dentist. And this gentleman helped her, Jonathan Taft. He was the dean of Ohio College of Dentistry. In 1875, he became the first dean of the dental college at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And as dean, he was a staunch supporter of admitting women to dental school. So 5 years later, in 1875, the first woman was enrolled. That's right. So the mentorship helped to pretty much shape her getting into the dental school and becoming the first dentist. So that's big up to her. R.I.P. to her, Ida Gray Nelson Rollins. On this day is her birthday. So happy birthday to you in heaven. What else? Let's see. What else we had here? Oh, so some good news, educational news. Let's see. College dropout. He donated $20 million to a historically Black university that he couldn't afford 60 years ago. So Calvin Tyler, who was forced to drop out of college. He couldn't afford tuition. And now him and his wife pledged $20 million to the school. How awesome is that? That's really awesome. So 2 years after Calvin first enrolled in Morgan State College, he dropped out because he couldn't afford it. He took a job as a UPS driver, and one of the first ones in Baltimore, one of the first 10s. And now 40 years later, he made the largest private donation from an alum to history of a Black school, now Morgan State University. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And another thing. So let's see, we got another good news. Janet Jackson, she's doing a 2-night documentary event that is going to debut on Lifetime and A&E networks. Yes, in 2022. I thought it'd be sooner than that, but okay, 2022 will be here before we know it anyway. So anyway, she's internationally known, award-winning Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Janet Jackson. Yeah, so she's got her documentary coming up. That'll be awesome. 2 nights. I'm like, ooh, what are they going to be talking about? 2. I mean, she does have a big catalog when I think about it. She has a lot. I mean, she's little Janet, and then she gets to be teen Janet, and then she goes big woman Janet. So I guess she does have a lot of stuff going on there. But that's going to be it's going to be very interesting. So the documentary will coincide with the 40th anniversary of Janet's first album. No, guys, it's not Control. In fact, it is 1982's eponymous Janet Jackson. That was the name of the album, which was released, 1982. Yeah. So that's what it's going to be in conjunction with her release of her album. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, the executive producer is Randy Jackson, her brother. And let's see, producing teams from Worker Bee and Associated Entertainment will be taking care of that. So I can't wait to see that because I like anything Janet Jackson. The one thing I could say about her is that out of all the female entertainers, I give her credit, the most credit. If you remember when she first came out, she was never showing skin and all like, out here and out there. I give her credit because she was still sexy. Everybody still wanted her. She's what I call an entertainer. Like you don't get that except for like Beyonce, I think. Yeah, Beyonce is an entertainer. You get Chris Brown. You got a couple people, but not many people do the whole thing. You put on the face, you put on the clothes, you give a show, But anyway, I'm excited because I love Janet Jackson. She's awesome. I saw her in a concert once. She's awesome. I can't wait. So that's what that news. Another thing, RIP to a couple people. We have Vernon Jordan from the NAACP. He was a civil rights leader. He passed away, 80 something years old. And reggae legend Bunny Wailer. Wow, 73. He's the founding member of the Wailers. With Bob Marley. I know you know that name. And Peter Tosh. Yes. So God bless him. He was, I think, 71 or something like that. But he had a stroke and he was in and out because of that. So, sadly, it took a toll, I guess, on him. And what else is going on, guys? I guess that's about it. I don't see not much going on out here in these streets, guys. Pretty soon I'd like to wrap up Thursday's Living Room Mic and have it all on Sundays. Interview, music, and the sketches, everything on Sunday. So I'm working on that. So give me time. Give me lots of time because I slow with social media. I slow with all this technological stuff. So yeah, in the meantime, wow, it's 8:25 already. I cannot believe it. Time just be flying, yo. Anyway, what was I going to say? So let me see here. Yeah, Bob Marley, I got you that. And so I got a lot of stuff coming up. We got a show on March 12th, Tony Viagra's birthday. Woohoo! I'd be saying it's his 50th birthday, but I'd be lying. Okay. I'm just telling you straight up, I'd be lying. So that should be a fun show. Should be some interesting. We got Michelle Benson, Debbie Baza, Tony Viagra, the birthday boy. I'm hosting, and we have Alex Starr. So it should be very interesting, very, very interesting. Grown folk, if you want to come out, it's free. You inbox me on my Facebook and I'll send you the link the day of the show. Yeah, if you want to see it for free. So it should be fun. And what else is coming up? Something else. Oh, Sunday is International Comedian Show. Ralph Ganji heads that. And it's awesome. They usually have great comics from all over the world. Ireland, India, Africa, you name it, they done had it. New York. So you want to check that out. The only thing is because it's international, y'all got to wake up a little bit early on Sunday morning. It's the first Sunday of the month. So it's this Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Okay. And I forgot what time it is for them. I think it's 8 p.m. of their time in India. But 10:30 in the morning. If you need the link, it's free. Let me know, and I'll send it to you. Good shows. They have very good shows. So far, I've loved them all. I've been in some. So you might want to check that out. And what else? Hey, so what else is coming up? Oh, and if you get a chance, you want to read a good book, Kevin Lee, Playing with Fire. Great book, guys. Great book. You got to read it. A lot of stuff. You never know what inspires somebody, and you never know how inspiring someone can be. So read the book if you get a chance. I'd be buying them and sending them out as awards at my comedy shows. So go get that book. It's good. It's on Amazon. Very good book. Lot of interesting stories. And to see Kevin where he's at now, amazing. So go get it. And then Saturday, you got to check us out on 5 Black Comics. Yes, 5 Black Comics. You can go to Facebook and like us, or you can go to YouTube and like us, and then you'll be notified when we go live at 5 p.m. Eastern time on Saturdays. What we talk about this week, we are talking Suicide Prevention Week, right? So we're talking suicide, everything suicide. Have you known a loved one that's been depressed, especially with this pandemic? A lot of people are like, whoa, a lot of young people are out here in these streets hurting themselves, guys. A lot of people, a lot of seniors, a lot of different types of people, and people out here medicating with drugs and alcohol. That's another form to me of suicide. That's like long-term suicide. So a lot of people out here, you got to think about it. Watch the show Saturday, 5 p.m. Facebook Live and YouTube Live, 5 Black Comics. Why? Because everybody knows somebody that needs to be picked up. And maybe during the show, you'll find a way to pick someone up, or where to call, the number to call, at 1-800-SUICIDE hotline number to call, what to say, because some people don't know what to say, and that's very crucial, and how to look for signs where your friends are depressed, like when they want to give everything away. they'll be like, "Oh, you can have my house. I signed a deed over to you." You should be like, "What? You signed a deed?" You shouldn't be happy about that because that's good. That can be scary. So look out for things like that. Saturday, 5 Black comics will be talking about it. It's a very subject dear to my heart. I've lost a few friends to suicide, and I'm sure we all have at some point. So make sure you check it out because you might save somebody else's life, even if it's not your own. Okay. So Saturday, 5 o'clock Eastern time, 5 Black comics. We're talking about suicide prevention. Yeah, I thank you guys so much. My sister's out there. Let me see anybody in the comments. I can only see I see your comments, T, but I see more people are on, but I guess they just didn't comment. That's okay. I thank you guys for watching and tuning in. It's Thursday. It is what it is. Hi, T. What's up? How are you? Thank you, T, for watching. You guys are the best. And I'll see you Sunday. I'm actually going to have Andre Castillo on. And he is a young man running for political office here in Westchester County. So if you want to know what's going on and how you can be a change, check him out. You got to come hear what this young man has to say. He's very smart. I've had him on choking or something on a panel before. But in the meantime, Sunday, 8 o'clock. All right, guys.